I can't see the chat, but press 1
if the
anyway.
movie is actually overpowering the commentary right
yeah,
now.
Please
And the
let me
game
know.
and the game noise.
We got okay. We don't okay. We got Yingling versus Floss. We got Falco Puff. What do you think of this matchup?
It's definitely JigglyPuff favored, but not by much. Like, Falco has good limbs. His limbs are better than Fox's. So, like, his back air is actually good enough to actually compete against Jigs a lot of the time.
Okay.
But he doesn't have, like, the early KO power, consistent early KO power that Fox does. That's what makes it a little bit harder for him. He has less margin for error because, you know, Falco is squishier.
You kind of do have to get that F smash.
Yeah. Because his recovery is shorter and there's no fire, it's a little bit harder for Falco to recover and a lot easier for JigglyPuff to edge guard.
Yeah. I can see JigglyPuff just kind of like, nope, you're dead.
Yeah, because JigglyPuff's so small, JigglyPuff can float, you know, around the lasers, but most of those places where JigglyPuff can jump around or go under, they're basically no fly zones. Falco has strong advantages.
That just happened.
Yep, easy edge guard, back throw, forward air, lingering hitboxes, or Falco's Bane.
I can see that. Wow.
And then, but you do have lasers to influence where you want JigglyPuff to go, and getting JigglyPuff above you is really good because JigglyPuff doesn't have much priority coming down, so she mostly will just trade, which is in Falco's favor.
Yeah, That was almost looking like a bad situation for Falco.
But if JigglyPuff can basically get good approaches at weird laser heights, then our back air can basically stuff a lot of things that Falco can do. So like the more horizontal it is, the better, but the more above the Jigglypuff is, the better for Falco.
So JigglyPuff kind of want to like go right at Falco, but like not get hit by lasers.
Kind of horizontal. Then from there be able to mix up whether they're going to continue back airing or go for like the empty hops into grabs. Because grab setups on JigglyPuff are really strong. And there's like fast stuff there, like basically those baby low wave lands. He got a shield grab opportunity, or even a non-shield and just simply grabbing and trusting the spacing. Those are the things that are going to beat Falco's. Like just capitalizing on that end lag. And JigglyPuff's grab range is actually one of the best in the game, and head-to-head grabs.
Really?
Yeah, like it's not like the grab range itself isn't like the best per se, but like in head-to-heads it is.
Okay.
So JigglyPuff's grab range in head-to-heads is better than Sheik's. So like if you're trying to space against each other and one person presses grab and the other person presses grab, JigglyPuff beats Sheik.
Okay, so if they both grab at the same time, JigglyPuff will grab instead of Sheik.
No, not necessarily. I mean, like in terms of like if we're spacing against each other, like their respective grab box ranges might be in favor of Sheik technically. So like in terms of the actual pure grab range, JigglyPuff's grab range may not be better than Sheik's. But what I'm saying is, in terms of like their character hurt box to where the other person's hurt box is,
I see that.
They would win the grab.
So like JigglyPuff can grab without being in the range of being grabbed.
Correct. It's like when people complain about Marth's grab range, like, oh, Marth's grab range is full, you know.
Yeah.
Yoshi, like in like how he outranges Yoshi, he doesn't necessarily outrange Yoshi, like, you know, technically. He just beats him in a head-to-head.
Yeah. Okay.
Because Yoshi's head is right there, Marth can grab it.
That makes sense.
But like from where the actual grab box comes out from Yoshi, technically Yoshi's is larger. It's just that it comes from like within his body.
Yeah. This is a very emotional scene we got here.
Yeah, so sad. Someone probably died.
This was actually looking kind of in Yingling's favor at the beginning of the last match, but then he kind of got like worked on.
Yep. Yeah, that's usually just the tournament jitters. That's what JigglyPuff's so good for. Like, I mean, if you don't make as many mistakes, JigglyPuff is a lot easier to deal with. But you know, when you're in a tournament situation, like the mistakes come out, you start missing those ledge jumps, you start missing some L cancels here and there, maybe a wave land flub, and those are all things that JigglyPuff's actually really good at capitalizing on.
Right.
So anytime you miss space, that's a big opportunity, and JigglyPuff doesn't really have to choke all that much. The only thing that actually gives you tournament jitters is like, oh, I have a rest opportunity. Will I mess it up?
Yeah. Missing rest.
Yeah, missing rest are devastating. Even Hungry Box, he'll do it like 99 or 99 times out of 1,000. But in tournament, there's an extra like 1% chance that he'll mess it up.
Yeah.
And you'll see it. You know, 1 out of every 100 of his matches. It's like, oh nope.
Floss hasn't been going for a ton of rests. He was playing me in friendlies earlier, and he was going for a lot of them. But it seems like he was missing most of them, and so I think he just kind of like decided, okay, I'm not gonna. He was trying to grab the ledge, and he bounced off.
Yeah, that's a really good presence of mind when you're warming up before a tournament, recognizing when you're messing certain things up, and being more conscious of them, and opting for the safer routes. Because ultimately, giving free stocks is how you lose tournaments.
Yeah, he handed him that stock with the SDA. He's like, I don't even need it. I'm just gonna bounce off Pokemon Stadium and get to him.
Yeah, there's a comfortable 3 stock, so that's definitely gotta help him going into this last game.
Yeah. Let's see if he can. What stage are we gonna go to?
Probably gonna see a Dreamland unless they banned it. If not, then we're probably gonna see a Fountain. Oh, FD is also a good pick for easy rest opportunities.
Yeah.
The bad thing is though, is like no platform, so you have to exhaust your jumps to try and avoid the laser approaches. But
I was gonna say, wouldn't it be more beneficial to have platforms to like
kinda,
get into that tech chase scenario?
It balances itself out, just for the same reason that Fox versus Peach on FD is even still, even though Peach has chain grab now. It's just that you narrow the focus in the matchup to having like a very long flat land to like, you know, do wave shine combos and stuff like that. So and easy up throw up airs, no platforms to do like ambiguous air dodges on
Right.
and stuff like that, and ledge cancel or fall through. You know, there's no mix-ups coming, like there's less mix-ups coming down.
Right.
And so that's good for Jigs. Because Falco doesn't have much air mobility unless they're dash first. So as they're coming down, like they're basically coming straight down, and so you can easily space against anything that Falco has to offer. And there's
Falco having to offer things, he offers his stock to Floss.
Free.
What is this noise that's coming through?
I don't know. It sounds like a fighting game tournament.
Yeah, something like that. It's weird. I don't know. Why would?
Yeah, I have no idea. But anywho, let's see.
It seems like Yingling kind of got the handle on Floss's playstyle.
Yeah. Basically, especially from last match. Though he had that SD, he hasn't actually given Floss. Floss has not demonstrated any kind of adaptations yet.
Yeah.
Right now, the FD pick is working against him. He had to jump 5 times in back air in order to wait for the right opportunity to try to go in, but he was out of jumps he was forced to, and Yingling, you know, punished accordingly. Even though it's a trade, it's generally Falco's favor when there's trades because his back air is really, really strong.
It just seems like Yingling's doing a lot better of a job of just firing lasers, spacing his aerials better so that he doesn't get hit. Because he has all this room to, because why wouldn't he?
Exactly. Like that's the way you want to play, because you don't want to go in too deep and get shield grabbed. When he gets shield grabbed and he's not paying attention to it, that's the easy rest, and that's the game breaker.
Yeah, that's bad news.
Yeah, like that's the one thing, like that's gonna like completely like break all of your like mental fortitude. Like when you get up no rest, you're like, oh man, I'm an idiot, you know. And that's something to always worry about. As long as you play so well that you don't have to worry about it, then you're in good shape. So all you have to do at that point is just focus on spacing, focus on keeping them out, push him to the corner, make him do stupid stuff like jump in the air and back air when no one's there, and then there you go. You're at the fastest jump in the game, and you have a 4-frame back air.
He just kind of like walked as Floss was jumping at him, like, come on.
Oh, sorry, not the fastest, but the highest jump in the game. But because it's the highest, it's really quick.
You know who has the fastest?
Fastest jumps are all shared with multiple characters in terms of when they leave the ground. So, Fox, Sheik, Ice Climbers, Pikachu, Pichu, Samus, and I think that's it. Those are all the characters in the fastest category, and then all the regular characters you can think of in the next category. Falco's actually in the 3rd category, shared with Mewtwo, Link, and Ganon.
That was kind of not the greatest F smash, and he did like get grabbed for it, but nothing really happened.
So basically, it's kind of even technically.
Yeah,
since, I mean,
anything could happen. Like, no, never mind.
there we go.
He's dead.
yeah, because all it really needed was up throw rest, and he could have just won instantly.
Yeah.
Cheesed him out. But closes it out.
Yep, he got back
Yingling jumps off stage.
And we got.